So who's familiar about who's really tapped in about what's been going on with Offset and Lil Tjay?
Lil Tjay.
About Wagwan right now?
Do you know who Offset and Lil Tjay is?
Yeah, I know who Offset and Lil Tjay is.
I'm surprised. They usually don't know shit about hip hop.
Honestly, okay, yeah. So part of the reason why I have a good idea of what's going on is because I saw a guy reacting to what's her name, Selena Powell, complaining about Offset's problem.
His gambling addiction.
And she was talking about how he called her like one night asking for money, and she gave him some love tea.
Shorty went in her safe, got mad racks, and said she's a sucker for. You could tell that, you know, when somebody reached that level of horror that nobody ever wants to actually wife up unless it's opportunistic. That she just wants love. You know what I'm saying? So she was willing to she makes bare money from OnlyFans and shit like that. So she was willing.
How she's built?
Let's not go off. Let's not go off topic.
That is disrespectful to women. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Let's just stay on topic though. Let's stay on topic.
Okay.
So she picked up out of nowhere and brought Offset a certain amount of money to bring to gamble with, and he basically was not trying to pay her back the money. So that's a little foresight on Offset's situation, is that he has a gambling addiction. There's so many people who came out and said that Offset owes them money. You know, actually, after this situation that I didn't explain yet happened, there was somebody from a casino who said that Offset is in debt $800,000 at that casino.
Jesus Christ.
So what we're looking at right now, it says, TMZ reports that according to the probable cause affidavit, cops claim at around 7:22 p.m. Eastern time, Monday, Lil Tjay directed members of his party to start a fight with another group of males at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. Police say during the altercation, one of Lil Tjay's associates put out a gun and fired, injuring Offset. The docs say cops have reviewed security footage of Lil Tjay hopping out of his V, pointing out Offset and leading his group over to the rapper, where the fight broke out. They also claim Lil Tjay filmed the incident on his phone.
Damn.
Yeah, they're basically just going over. Yeah, Lil Tjay allegedly started a fight that led to his associate shooting Offset. They're basically gonna say what we just read in long form.
Oh,
so,
true.
So yeah.
Okay.
So, is there anything? What are your thoughts on this?
Okay, so
just to clarify for the audience, the man owes Lil Tjay
$10,000. I forgot that part.
Yeah.
So
So what happened? The reason we left out I can't believe I forgot to include this part. But the reason Offset and Lil Tjay, they were already beefing because Lil Tjay says that Offset at a casino said like, yo, let me get 10 bands quick, and he said, I'll pay you back. And he didn't pay him back. And then when Lil Tjay said like, yo, pay me back, Offset's like, nigga, get it back in blood.
That's fucked.
He literally said, get it back in blood.
That's fucked.
So when Lil Tjay seen him, they got it back in blood. Offset speaks after the situation. You can put it on the screen.
Oh, sorry.
And Offset says, you ain't bust none. Lil Tjay ended up getting arrested for disorderly conduct. So apparently Lil Tjay isn't the one who did the shooting. And people are saying from videos that I've watched, they're saying that Lil Tjay was actually getting his ass beat by Offset. They're saying that Offset was beating the brakes off of Lil Tjay, so his homie had to shoot Offset in the ass.
Wow.
So this is Lil Tjay right out of jail because he got arrested for a misdemeanor, disorderly conduct. And this was him immediately after, the incident.
The last thing I seen was Offset looking at me like this. Yo, that shot me. That shot me. La 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 is a rat. I don't do no damn fighting.
Man, you just want to tell us what happened?
No, I don't do no damn fighting.
Crazy.
They're saying you were disorderly. Outside the casino, there was a fight near the
I
valet.
smacked the shit out of Offset. He would never play with me like that in his life.
Somebody owe you money?
Ask Offset.
He owe you money?
Ask Offset. The last thing I seen.
Interesting.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. If a nigga shot me and he goes on the internet talking like that, I'll be so pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I'll actually be pissed.
Yeah. Bro, this is so
holy
fucking
shit.
So the question is like, if a man was owing you 10 bands, you going out like this or what?
Well, I feel like 10 bands for Lil Tjay is different than 10 bands for me. You know what
so
I'm
you're saying you would do more for 10 bands?
For me, right now. Yeah. Well, it wasn't Lil Tjay who shot him, but
by the way, like,
I don't have 10 bands to lend out.
But like hypothetically, if you had 10 bands in the hands of another nigga, how you getting that 10 bands back?
He said get it back in blood, so we have to get it back in blood. He gave me the instruction manual, and I'm gonna follow through. It's that simple.
A lie.
Would you be cheesed if man started snitching? Like if Offset started snitching after saying get it back in blood and you try to get him back in blood, would you be mad if Offset started snitching and be like, oh yeah, so Lil Tjay texted me and said that he was going to pull up and pull his goons?
Nah, I don't really adhere to the same snitch code as everybody else. I'm not
after saying get it back in blood?
No, I'm just saying that I wouldn't judge like Offset for like Offset. I wouldn't judge if Offset snitched.
Yeah. So nigga said pull up,
but he got shot.
What else is supposed to happen?
I get it, but like if Offset snitched, like, you know, I just don't. Everybody's snitching nowadays. I'm not judging none of y'all niggas for snitching. They're all rats. Everybody's ratting. I'm not gonna judge anybody because I'm still gonna listen to all your music anyway. So I don't really give a fuck, you know. But furthermore, Des Bryant, he actually made a tweet amongst this whole chaos. He said, "I don't ever talk about what I do or my relationships with anyone, but I'm going to give y'all a quick story between me and Offset. I beat Offset out of 8K. He tried to take a nap on me, and I go to tap on him to wake him up, telling him I need that 8K. His partners saw me tapping on him. I can tell his partners wanted to jump on some bullshit. I chilled because I was by myself, completely outnumbered, so I charged it to the game. I swear to God, Offset reached out to me yesterday, 3 hours before he got shot, on a money play. I thought about it and said, I'm good. Then I saw the news later and I was like, damn, some people don't play about their money." But what this is basically doing is this is building a rapport on Offset owing people money for gambling. And that money play was probably so he could have extra money. He was probably asking for money so he can gamble with. That was probably the money play. He was probably trying to flip a nigga's money so he could gamble with it. You know what I'm saying?
100.
Yeah, bro.
100.
Yeah, and this just came out. This video that we're about to see just came out like...
You know what's kind
maybe
of
an hour
crazy,
ago.
bro? Offset could literally just pull on like an Aiden Ross and Drake. Literally just like start doing streaming and then like do the gambling online in streaming. People would want to watch, and then Steak will just sponsor him.
I don't know if
He's speaking facts.
That's literally all you have to do.
Speaking facts.
Well, okay. The where you guys got it fucked up is you think that anybody could just start a streaming career and just get a deal by Steak just because they're a rapper and they're famous. It doesn't work like that. You have to actually, just because you're a rapper doesn't mean that you could have an audience that's going to watch you stream. Not every rapper could even be entertaining to maintain an audience to help you stream for long periods of time or whatever, which would incentivize the deal. Lots of rappers and stuff like that, the reason why most of them don't stream is because they realize that it's hard.
Like, they just don't respect streamers.
That's fair.
Like Justin
some
Bieber
hard shit.
streams. Justin Bieber streams and he performs and all this type of stuff. But you could even see his viewers compared to a Kai Cenat. Like the man has millions of followers, but you'd maybe see 2,000 people in there when he's there for a long time. I'm telling you, it's not easy to maintain a streaming audience. So I don't think the Offset.
But it's not even just streaming. Like when you get sponsored by a brand like
I'm just
Steak,
saying Offset's not big enough to get sponsored. He wouldn't. In order, it has to be. Every single thing has to be.
I think it would have to be something where like he talks out something with a gambling company before he actually starts streaming.
Everything.
I think he has
even
enough
with that,
leverage.
No, he doesn't.
He
though.
doesn't. He doesn't really, because if you think about it, it's like, man, nigga,
If Offset, you see Offset live, you're gonna click.
Who do you?
I might.
No, you're not.
Who do you know says, yo, put on that Offset track?
I'm just saying,
Like,
Offset's
let's be
not
actually
relevant.
fucking real.
Let's be real. Like Offset's not relevant enough, and like outside of even music, 'cause I think music is different. But when it comes to just wanting to see somebody on live or some shit like that for long periods of time, lots of people don't. The only live person I even watch is Academics, to be honest. So what I'm saying is that you have to be able to offer something in these relationships with these companies. If you're not able to offer them money through the subscriptions and the whatever is getting paid for through the streaming, the numbers, then why would they choose you when they could when they could pay all these other people who could possibly give them more? They're not going to pay Offset for that. But furthermore, here's a video of it saying, ain't no way Offset was spotted at another casino riding a mobility scooter less than 3 days after being shot in the leg.
This is super niche. 116 likes. I'm surprised you found this.
Shake Smooth? No, it was just posted like less than an hour ago.
Motherfucking golf cart. Jit.
In the Eno.
Long little rocket, she's still going, man. Long little rocket. Overly trim. Oh yeah. Yeah. Overly. Yeah. Shit going on. This nigga set right around.
Damn.
Okay, so this is basically exemplifying that Offset clearly
Has a problem. Yeah.
Degenerate.
Damn.
So here's the question. Did Lil Tjay overreact?
Ooh.
He owes a nigga money, bro.
I think it was a valid crash out.
Super valid crash out.
Because like you literally have to do that because someone saying that they like get it back in blood is literally just putting like I kind of want to say dirt on your. I don't have like the slang, but I kind of want to say putting dirt on your name. Basically, it's like
that's that's one of the most disrespectful things you could ever do to a man. As a man, bro, masculine wise,
Facts.
a man is telling you, I'm going to take your money, and if you want it from me, come take it.
That's fucked.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? As a man, bro, you kind of have to stand on business, bro.
Yeah.
You have to do something.
Yeah.
Like at that point, bro, if you could beat me up, niggas got to get shot, bro. At the end of the day, and
Facts.
like, what do you mean get it back in blood?
Yeah,
like, that's disrespectful. I lent you that when I didn't have to, out of the kindness, out of my heart. It's like, it's not like I lent you it for no reason, and then you're telling me to get it back in blood. That means you don't respect me as a man, so I don't respect you. So fuck you, nigga.
Yeah, that's basically what I was trying to say, but you worded it a lot better.
Yeah, and I hate that rich niggas kind of try and think that it's like, oh well, like, you know, 10 bands is just 10 bands. You know what I mean? I feel like that is also a part of what.
Yeah, he's invalidating. It's only 10 bands.
Yeah, and it's like, what you need?
I owe $800K to the gun of the casino.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
you need the 10 bands that bad. You really
exactly.
Have to,
that's what they start doing, treating him like acting like it's broke. But it's a principle thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I can imagine too. Another thing is like, if you give up something like that, as far as that person is concerned, you're a bitch. Because it's like,
exactly.
It's like, I took 10 bands from this nigga. He didn't do shit. Like, what are you gonna do, nigga?
Yeah.
Like, give me that shit.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh fuck.
What are you guys' overall thoughts on Lil Tjay? Because I think Lil Tjay, he does remind me, like, I feel like some New York niggas remind me of Toronto mans in some ways. But Lil Tjay is one of those niggas where he seems kind of degenerate, but he's funny because he's so overly confident in everything that he does.
Yeah.
So it's like it comes off as arrogance, which it kind of is. He is very arrogant as fuck.
Yeah.
But it's entertaining. So I find it funny with, like, you know, New York niggas are always like overly confident.
Yeah.
And like, you know, with him and him coming out of jail and literally like shirt off and shit like that, talking to the shit, say, yo, fuck Offset, I'll slap this shit on Offset.
Yeah.
The man's talking mad shit. Literally, someone just got shot. It doesn't seem like he's worried about incriminating himself whatsoever, because he probably didn't pull the trigger. He was just shot how many times?
Bro, he's been shot multiple times.
But he was just, when he was shot was the only time he's been shot.
I think it was like,
are you sure?
Yeah, it was a lot of times.
But he got shot a lot of times in that one incident. I forgot how much. It was
shit.
like he got shot like 9 times, 10 times, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know,
The song that he made, I like the song that he made after.
Yeah. So I think Lil Tjay is a good artist. But what I am saying though is,
he's a good artist. But
do you think he's stupid?
All the controversial shit that I always see about Lil Tjay, it does kind of, it kind of puts a bad taste in my mouth. Pause.
Like the Black Boy Max situation turned me off.
Yeah, I was just
facts,
like,
facts,
the guy was literally being mad respectful to you and just being like, bro, like, could you just not smoke in here?
Yeah.
And then nigga made a big deal about it. And it's just
I watched the interview today with DJ Academics, and Lil Tjay actually interviewed with him before the shooting.
Yeah.
So DJ Academics dropped it, and he was talking about that situation with Black Boy Max, and he literally said, at first he tried to like explain himself, and then he's just like, nah, deadass, I was wrong for that.
Okay.
You know, so he is trying to sell an album, so who knows? But like, but you know, he did take some accountability. But overall, I think that, like, I'm just wondering is what if this gets bigger than it is right now, and more charges are laid? You know what I'm saying? We know the information. What do the cops know? What charges can they press? Do you think that Lil Tjay is wise for antagonizing Offset after the shooting? Because Offset's just like, you ain't shoot me, and like apparently Offset beat up Lil Tjay, but Lil Tjay didn't.
I want to see
Lil
that.
Tjay said that like he smacked him.
I want to see that. I'm trying to see this little nigga get it up.
He boxed YK Osiris, I'm pretty sure, or someone like that on, like, there was boxing in like someone's
Lil
backyard.
TJ or
yeah, he did
Offset?
some boxing shit.
Oh shit, damn.
Yeah, we might have to find that. See if he was the winner or not.
Lil Tjay, like, he's not a bitch. He's not no super tough guy in my opinion.
Honestly,
he's not a bitch.
Speaking like you mentioning the chat and shit, like I saw a little bit of the interview that you were talking about, and one of the things that stood out to me is like sometimes I'll be wanting to chat shit, but I just have to remember that I'm a public figure, and I'm like, that's so true. It'll be like someone like he sees some bullshit and he's like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like just as some random guy shit, but then it's like, oh, Lil Tjay commented on fucking Offset.
Exactly.
It's like, oh,
exactly.
shit.
And some niggas, like, they're not media trained enough or sensible enough to just know how they're coming across when they say things. And I feel like a lot of people, they're not. I have this problem sometimes. I'm unaware with how I'm being perceived when I may be acting or saying or talking a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
You try too much.
Chat too much.
Chat too much.
Chat too much.